Yo, my name is Major Slack and this is part 3 of my no horse, no health flask challenge run. No horse means we have to jump straight into combat and just deal with it. No running around for hours creating a build before we actually start playing the game. And no health flask means no mindless hacking and slashing. Instead, we have to think.
Thinking sucks.
Shut up, baby.
Major Slack videos.
Alright, here we go. Part 3 of my Elden Ring challenge run. No horse, no health flask, no staffs, no seals, no excuses. Picking up where we left off at the end of part 2, we just got a whole bunch of smithing stones from Limgrave tunnels. Let's begin upgrading our weapons, starting with the Greataxe. As you saw in the previous video, the Greataxe kicks ass. It is currently our most powerful weapon, so let's pump that bad boy up to +3. Done and done. Now, also at the tail end of part 2, we picked up 3 Trina's Lily. We can use these to make sleep pots, but we can't do that until we get the sleep pot cookbook, so that is now our #1 priority. The sleep pot cookbook can be found in a golden rune graveyard in northern Mistwood, and the easiest way to get to that location on foot is to return to the Murkwater Coast site of grace and make our way from there. So Murkwater Coast, here we come. Okay, just waiting until daytime so we don't have to deal with all the bad things that come out at night. Alright, now I'm just waiting for this pack of wolves to pass by. We have no need to take them down this time. I just want to wait till them to pass by so we can go grab 4 more tarnished golden sunflower. Got those. Now we're going to push off to the northeast. Where we want to get to is separated by this deep canyon. Typically you would get over this canyon by using the spirit spring on your horse, which is dead ahead. You see that, like that smoke rising up there? That's the spirit spring. But we're on foot, so we can't use the spirit spring. Let's just wipe out these birds here if you can. Try to get some more flight pinions and interact with this statue. All statues that look like this will point to the nearest catacombs. So whenever you find a statue like that, interact with it and it'll point to the nearest catacombs. That's pointing to Murkwater catacombs, which we are going to later on. So here is the spirit spring. Like I said, can't use it. We're going to have to make our way across this big gap here on foot. It is doable. Right here. See that pointy rock on the other side? So you start at this exact location here and make a sprinting jump. And if you jump just at the very last minute, hold down the jump button and you'll make it across. Now, in this location here are 2 bears. I want to talk about bears later on. They're kind of like the lowest kind of bear in the game. You can easily take them down with the halberd and the charge forth stun lock maneuver. So on goes the halberd. The reason why we're killing these bears is because there's 3 more Trina's Lily in this location. So we definitely want to take care of these guys. Now typically what I do is I throw a dagger at this guy to make him rush you, to get his interest. Now he's going to rush you. Now do the charge forth. And charge forth again before he can get up, and a 3rd time should finish him off. And that pays you a lousy 15 runes, which is ridiculous. I've noticed that all bears in the game grossly underpay you, including the lesser rune bear and the rune bears found in the consecrated snowfield, all of which are absolutely hellacious. Same thing with this guy. Charge forth again before he can get up, and 1 more time to finish him off. There we go. And pick up the bear poop, aka gold tinged excrement, and the 3 Trina's Lily. So now we have 6 Trina's Lily. Once again, do not respawn. However, there are a whopping 83 Trina's Lily in the game, so you can make 83 sleep pots. And I think in my prisoner walkthrough, I must have used maybe a dozen sleep pots total in the entire run. So even I am guilty of leaving a lot of game on the table. I'm going to do a lot better in this run. Yeah, we're going to start using those sleep pots. Why not? Why not? So here is the Artist Shack Site of Grace. Grab some more bear poop. And let's push off to the northeast. Up the slope on the left here are 3 more tarnished golden sunflower. Once again, you can use those to make holy water pots. And I'm going to take a whack at the sheep here, see if I can get some more thin beast bones, and then we're going to jump down to the northeast. Jump off the cliff here. Right here, and this is in the direction of the sleep pot graveyard. Alright, now this is a big jump. Whenever you're nervous about a big jump, make some rainbow stones, drop a rainbow stone. If the stone breaks, the jump will kill you. If the stone doesn't break, the jump won't kill you. So I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. I already know this is a safe jump, so throw this rainbow stone down, and it didn't break, so it's a safe jump. And off to the northeast here, you can see the graveyard, the Golden Rune Graveyard. This not only has a lot of golden runes, but it has the Fever Cookbook 1, which will allow you to make sleep pots out of Trina's Lily. Not all enemies are susceptible to sleep, but a lot of them are, and you should definitely be using sleep pots to your advantage. Okay, so grab all these golden runes, lots and lots of money here, and on top of this tomb right here is Fever's Cookbook 1. So now we can make sleep pots. I'm going to make one right away. And pouch or hotkey that. And we're going to push off to the northeast again and jump down this cliff. Right at this point here, you can jump down to one of these like sideways tombstone thingies, and down here, and then down. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Pee-wee, it's no big deal. Pee-wee, it's no big deal. Pee-wee, it's no big deal. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. Now, this is what I call Rune Bear Canyon, because there's a lesser Rune Bear in here. And what happens is, as soon as you approach the interior of the canyon, like just go up here a little bit, you hear all the wolves howling there. There's like maybe half a dozen wolves that spawn instantly or come awake, and then they start attacking the lesser Rune Bear. And it takes the lesser Rune Bear about 3 or 4 minutes to wipe out all the wolves, and you actually earn money from him wiping out the wolves. And then you can deal with them. While that's happening, it's all going to be happening in the background. We can go up and get the Sacred Blade Ash of War, which is up this way. There it is, in that teardrop scarab right there. So just whack it, jump strong with your halberd, and poke. Make sure you hit it before it gets away and disappears. And this will give you the Sacred Blade, one of the best early game Ashes of War. Goes on a lot of weapons. Extremely, extremely powerful. Once again, completely overlooked. I don't know why people completely overlook this. You'll see how powerful it is. Okay, so up here, we're going to take a high vantage point on Rune Bear Canyon. Get out on one of these sideways tombstones here. And just watch the show. Rune Bears, lesser Rune Bears. These things have I believe, 10,000 HP. They're ridiculously difficult to kill, and they only pay about 1,200 runes. So, I think in all my Elden Ring experience, I've only killed 2. I just leave them alone. I can't be bothered. There are much easier ways to make 1,200 runes. So we're just gonna wait here until he kills all the wolves. I'm just gobbling down all my golden runes to save time while the bear is taking care of all the wolves. And once the bear has killed all the wolves, he's just gonna start wandering around. And then you're gonna take a sleep pot and throw it down at him. This will put him to sleep for a minute. Wait for it. And down he goes. Now we can go down here and get 2 important items. One is a smithing stone 2, which is right here. Always there, smithing stone 2. And another one is 2 Trina's Lily. Okay, so all totaled you only spent 1 Trina's Lily, or rather all totaled you gain 1 Trina's Lily by doing this. We spent 1 using the sleep pot, but we gained 2. And you want to take that guy on, well, we'll just notify your next of kin. I'm telling you right now, he will wipe his ass with you. He will completely wipe his ass with you. So, just forget it. Okay, seriously. If you could take him down at this point, you don't need this walkthrough. Dead ahead is the Third Church of America. Let's go discover it. And here, I'm so accustomed to using the horse to jump through this gap here that I didn't realize you can't actually make this jump on foot. So that's why you see me hopping in vain there. And in the meantime, I discovered a golden rune skull off in the distance. So I'm going to go grab that. And before I forget, please, if you're enjoying what you see, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Really help out the channel and stuff like that there. Please subscribe and please hit the like button. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. And here is the Third Church of America. We're going to grab the Flask of Wondrous Physic and the Crimson Crystal Tear. And by the way, all other forms of health recovery are permitted in this challenge run, including the Crimson Crystal Tear and the Flask of Wondrous Physic, the Assassin's Crimson Dagger, the Blessed Dew Talisman, and any weapon that helps you recover health. Okay, those are all permitted. And let's apply that Sacred Tear, and we're going to load up the Flask of Wondrous Physic with the Crimson Crystal Tear, although I only end up using it once. Because as you realize, trying to rely on the Flask of Wondrous Physic for recovering health means that you don't get the benefits of using any potential buffs in that. And let's listen to Melina.
Spoken echoes linger here, words of Queen Marika, who vanished long ago. If you wish, I will share them with you. Very well. In Marika's own words, my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance. Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment.
I love that.
Share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions.
Okay, so our thoughts and ambitions at this point are to level up strength from 22 to 25. Next, we're going to take down our first normal troll. And by normal troll, I mean he's armed with a sword, and once you bring his health down halfway, he will go on a rampage. And I mean a rampage, a really dangerous rampage. So we got to take him down hard and fast. I'm going to use the Sacred Blade. I forgot to mention that I put the Sacred Blade on the Greataxe, and I put the Gravitas Ash of War on the Longsword. Once again, Sacred Blade on the Greataxe, Gravitas on the Longsword. And we're going to use the Sacred Greataxe on this troll and bring him down. I got a sleep pot as a backup plan, but I didn't use it. So out go the lone wolves and recover our FP before we take this guy on. And we're going to target his upper body. And basically, if you could do 4 Sacred Blades in fairly quick succession, you can break his stance. And that's what the Sacred Blade looks like. It's got a fairly short range, but it's really powerful. So here we go. 2 Sacred Blades, and then back away. back away before he reacts, and every time he makes a move, right after he makes his move, he has a slow recovery time. You're going to do a Sacred Blade right now. Boom. And I drank a flask, and I took a chance here. I shouldn't have. And he whacked me one. I'm going to get up and throw another Sacred Blade, and boom, broke his stance, and down he goes. Another Sacred Blade before I do a critical hit, and that's it. There you go, that's how to take down a troll without having to use the sleep pod. But if you get in trouble, throw that sleep pod at him to bring him down. Alright? Next, we're going to push to the west here, under the bridge where you find Kenneth Height. Whole bunch of demi-humans there that we're going to take out. And there's a free magic grease under the bridge here, which is the only reason why I'm taking on these guys. And we could also use Sacred Blade on all these demi-humans. One Sacred Blade on each demi-human, instant kill. The only drawback on using this strategy is we won't be able to use our shield to do guard counters in case they get out of hand, but like I said, instant kill, so as long as you keep your wits about you, should be no problem. Here we go. Lock on, Sacred Blade, get within range, instant kill. And as you see, our wolves are still in effect. Retreat. Grant me a sucker. You can hear Kenneth Height babbling away in the background. He's up above on the bridge.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great repudiator of the pulse. Oh, grant me succor.
There you go. Now, was that a lot of fun or what? Huh? One of them dropped a rickety shield. I'm pretty sure that's a random drop. And over here is some magic grease. It's always there. It's a guaranteed drop right here on this dead body. There you go. Let's make sure you grab that. It could be useful later on.
Hello? Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator.
Okay, so let's go up and talk to Kenneth Height to get him to shut up. You don't have to talk to him to continue his quest line. You could just go take care of Fort Height, come back and talk to him afterwards, and it won't make any difference.
Someone who might be interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Height, servant to the true order and celebrated.
And here I'm switching over to my longsword with a Gravitas Ash of War on it.
Grant me succor.
And see if we can farm some pinions, some flight pinions from these eagles here.
Hello? Is anybody there? Someone who might be interested in
He shoots, he scores.
Great Kenneth Height, servant to the true order and celebrated repudiator of the
And once again, he shoots, he scores, and we got a foretell foul foot out of that one too. Alright, Kenneth, what say you?
Your aid, have you? Well, that's very kind, but no. No, the help is very much appreciated. Even from a tarnished. Despite appearances, nobility is no prerequisite to serving the true order. You might have heard of me, Kenneth Height. Next in line is the rightful ruler of Limgrave, young Tarnished. I would have a boon of you. I want you to take back my fort. It lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. A knight commander from Stormvale took it. A fool! And plumb mad to boot. Simply obsessed with blood. What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye? My fort lies to the south, beyond the Mistwood. take it back for me. Oh, I see. You wish to know the reward. Fret not. The great Kenneth Height is known for his considerable largesse. The celebrations will be lavish indeed.
There we go. So we got our standing orders from Lord Pompous Assness. And yeah, the Gravitas Ash of War there, you've seen it in action, is fantastic for bringing down any flying creature, including bats, stormhawks, whatever. They're flying around you, giving you a hard time. Use the Gravitas Ash of War to bring them down. And also use it to farm flight pinions, and when you're in the vicinity of sheep, you can use it to farm thin beast bones. Fantastic Ash of War. And here is the Mistwood Outskirts Site of Grace. And we're going to wait till daytime. And here I'm just gobbling down on some of my collected golden runes because this will give me enough to level up. More points into strength. Wait till daytime. And I just want to push to the southeast. I forget what I did here. Yeah, okay, we're going with this strategy. I have a number of different strategies for dealing with Mistwood. We're going for the map. So if you put a beacon right at that marker there where I showed you on the map, this will show you where the map fragment is. And this will bring you through a pond with 3 unique pickups. The only thing is there are 2 lesser rune bears here. And as you may or may not know, like I said, these things will wipe their asses with you. So just forget about taking them down. Now this one patrolling on the other side, he'll patrol back and forth. So when he patrols all the way to the left, we're gonna make our move. Watch it because he does a fake patrol. So he just did the fake patrol. He only went a little bit and then they doubled back. This is to catch you unawares in case you're thinking of making a move. So wait, make sure that he's done his fake patrol and then he does his real all the way over to the left patrol. Okay, now he's going all the way over to the left and that's where we're gonna make our move. Get some bear poop, get this pickup right here, some throwing daggers, 5-3 throwing daggers, golden rune 5, which is worth a pretty penny, and some more bear poop, gold tinged excrement, all the way to the other side. Of course, stay in sneak mode to do all this, super sneak mode. And there is a bear clawing at a post here. He's guarding another cookbook, which will allow you to make feeded pots. Throw a sleep pot at him to bring him down, and we're gonna go get that cookbook. Grab that, the Nomadic Warriors Cookbook 4. This will allow you to make feeded pots. And over here at this pillar, we'll get the map Limgrave East. Map fragment Limgrave East. Now, before we go get a couple more crystal tears for our Flask of Wondrous Physic, we're right here. We might as well take the elevator down to the Shiofra River Well. There's a couple golden runes at the very bottom. This is a long elevator ride. So, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about cheese. Alright? I've made a decision to stop using the word cheese, or the term cheese. I know I've been guilty of this. I used it in a couple of my prisoner walkthrough videos. The reason being is I think that the term cheese basically denigrates ingenuity. It's a term that Elden Ring elitists use to apply to any kind of strategy you use in the game to make it a lot easier. And a lot of Elden Ring gamers have come up with some great, easy strategies to take down some really tough bosses, and they typically call it cheese because it's a great way to get a lot of views. I'd be guilty of this too, but I'm going to stop doing that because I don't think that if you come up with an easy way to take down a boss in Elden Ring, you should be put down as cheesing the game. I think that's ridiculous. So I'm going to stop doing that. Alright? And I'd appreciate if all you guys stop doing that too. There's just simply they're just simply easy ways of taking down the game that people have discovered. And we should not be put down for that at all. Alright? Just saying. Alright, down here, grab yourself a Ghost Glover at 1, and we're going to grab 2 Golden Runes. And that's it. But having discovered the Site of Grace, we can come back here anytime. This is important because, you know, we don't have a horse. And we're right in the vicinity, so we might as well do this. And back to take the elevator back up. Basically, if you put any boss, any Elden Ring boss into the YouTube search, you know how you do a YouTube search and you get this little drop down list of suggested searches? Have you noticed that every time you do a YouTube search for an Elden Ring boss, the word cheese eventually shows up in the drop down list? This is how often people search for cheese, and cheese is like has come to refer to an easy way to take down an Elden Ring boss. But it's also used by elitists to, you know, say that you're not really playing the game properly, which is absolutely stupid. It's ridiculous. Every way that every Elden Ring player has come up to deal with, you know, bosses in Elden Ring, if they can find an easy way to do it, I applaud them. You know, and it should not be called cheese. It should simply be, you know, it should be the opposite. You know, it should be the opposite. Anyways, rant over. Just want to put that out there, and I'm personally going to stop doing that. Okay, so back out on the main grounds. We're going to make our way around the Earth Tree and collect a bazillion tarnished golden sunflower. There's like 20. And you notice I put on my torch because it makes it a lot easier to find the golden sunflower. And this will like allow us to make pretty much infinite holy water pots. So now we're loaded for bear. Not like literally for bear, because bears will laugh off holy water pots, but you know, we got a lot of holy water pots at our disposal now with all these golden sunflowers. And make sure you grab them all. There's over 20 of them here. Go all the way around the Earth Tree. And there's a few other ingredients as well. And here are a couple more crystal tears that you can put in your Flask of Wondrous Physic. The spiked crack tear and the green spill crystal tear. Having collected all that, turn yourself to the west. And there's another free Ash of War here. This is a ground slam Ash of War. Best way to take down these guys is jump strong and a poke if you can get close enough. Jump strong and a poke right immediately after. Grab that. And there's 4 demi-humans here, which you can wipe out all at once with a charge attack. If you just sneak up behind him, target the big guy and get off to the right a little bit and do a charge attack. Double sweep. Boom, boom. That always breaks the stance on the big boy. And down he goes, do a critical hit. Anybody that's surviving, back away and do a charge for it to bring them down. Having done that, we are now going to point ourselves towards Mistwood Ruins, which is this little area right here. Okay, put a beacon right there. And we're going to get just close enough to hear the howling. Okay, you heard the howling? And now, we're going to go to the Church of Ella and ask the nomadic merchant there about the howling, which will allow us to meet Blythe. And I have enough to level up again, so strength up to 27. And let's go talk to the merchant.
Always the howl of a wolf in the Mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off. Goodbye for now.
Alright, so he gave us a finger snap gesture. We can go back to the Mistwood Ruins, use the finger snap gesture on the north side of Mistwood Ruins, and we can bring out Blythe. Let's go do that. Why? Because Blythe will help us in the Darrowil boss fight. And the Darrowil boss fight is where we can get the fantastic Bloodhound's Fang. Now, as we make our way down to Mistwood Ruins, take out your longsword, make sure you two-hand it so that the skill is in effect, and you're going to run into these bats here, which can be extremely dangerous, but we have the Gravitas Ash of War. So, as soon as you get near them, use your Gravitas Ash of War to bring them down. Just spam that skill button as soon as you get near them. There are the bats. And again, and again. This will not only bring them down, but it will do a lot of damage, and it staggers them. I took some heat doing that, that's to be expected. And these guys are guarding a measly golden rune one, so 200 runes, but hey, waste not, want not. Alright, so we're in the vicinity of Mistwood Ruins now, and you want to come around to the north side. Make yourself another sleep pot, because inside Mistwood Ruins is another lesser rune bearer. He's guarding 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 5. Count them, 5 Trina's Lily. Okay, you see that archway on the left there? We're on the north side of Mistwood Ruins. Go over to this opening right here, and right about here, use your finger snap gesture that we just got, and Blythe will drop down, and we can have a little chat with him.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busy.
I don't know why he walked away like that.
Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowil. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward. Darrowil is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
Alright, having done that, grab yourself a mushroom. Push off to the west, jump over the wall here, and we're going to go into Mistwood Ruins. In sneak mode, okay? Because it's a lesser rune bearer in here. Grab this golden rune here, golden rune 2 here, and push into the interior. And there's this little room off to the left here, which has a smithing stone 2. So now we have 2 smithing stones 2. So that means we can upgrade our Greataxe to +4. Now, before you go, come carefully over this way and see all those Trini's Lily here. Grab the first 2. But the bear poop off to the left there, that's a trigger. If you grab that, the broom bear will wake up. So don't take it unless you first throw a sleep pot. Now, he's asleep, but you could put him like really to sleep by throwing a sleep pot. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's the best way to deal with this guy. And then quickly grab the bear poop and these 3 Trina's Lily. So I believe that's a total of 5? Yeah. And quickly go down the stairs while the bear is asleep. He's going to be asleep for a minute. And grab yourself the Axe Talisman. This is really important, okay? And back upstairs. All the while the bear is still asleep. You want to take him on? Hey, we'll notify your next of kin. I'm going to leave him alone. And now we're going to make our way over to the Mistwood Merchant, which is right here at this beacon here. And here's one of those smaller bears. We can take him out with the halberd. I just want to get some distance so I can turn around and do the charge for it. And I knew I ran out of FP there and I wouldn't have time to drink up before he came at me again, so I just did a jump strong to finish him off. I've been doing no horse runs since about 2 weeks after the game was released. I'm not kidding. I've been doing this on my PS4. Kind of like in the background, in secret. I love doing no horse runs. I did one with an astrologer, and I figured out a way to I do a no horse run with an astrologer, and I figured out a way you can beat Margit in 36 minutes flat from the beginning of the game. No horse, starting as an astrologer. It's a really, really kick-ass way to start the game as an astrologer. No horse. Post a comment if you'd like to see that run. Put that in one video, pop that up. Just as a kind of like, you know, side order to this run. Yeah, post a comment if you want to see that.
Welcome, dear customer. Yes, right this way. This way.
So here's the Mistwood merchant.
Welcome, valued.
Make sure you grab the smoldering butterfly here. I just want to talk to him to mark him on the map and sell off my golden runes. And to finish off this run, we're going to hike on over to the Fort Height site of grace, which is right here. Yeah, I know there's a mushroom there I passed by. No big deal. So that's it, boys and girls. That's it for part 3. I want to thank you all very much for watching. And if you thought this was remotely entertaining and or informative, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, post a comment, and tell your friends about my channel, and I'll see you next time for some more No Horse Challenge. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.